Hello students, welcome back to my online class. This is Sharkat Taslim Afroz, lecturer, Department of English. Dear students, before starting my class, I would like to talk about the syllabus of English second paper. As you all know that in English second paper, you have to answer different type of grammatical points. Total grammatical topics are 11 types of, and the total mark is 60. So it's very tough to answer all these questions if you are not studying properly. So when you are learning English for academic purpose, it's very important to learn the basic grammar, which will help you to make a sentence properly. At the same time, when you are learning English, you have to remember this grammar, and the basic grammar is very important. And as you know, 60 marks is not an easy one. You have to practice lot of topics. So in that case, you have to practice a lot. And today I will talk about a very important topic that is related to English second paper. Remember, as I told you earlier, that you have to practice a lot to obtain a very good marks in the examination. Well, as now let's start to know the topic. Well, our today's topic is substitution table. This topic is very interesting, and I'm sure when you see a question like this type of, you feel very good because this one is very easy and simple. But one thing is very important, that you have to enrich your vocabulary. You have to know the synonyms, because you will find their varieties type of word, and you have to apply your sense. That means your thinking power is important, because when you are preparing a sentence, in that case, of course, you have to use a sentence. You have to construct a sentence full of sense. You are not permitted here to write anything irrelevant. Well, dear learner, now listen this topic, substitution topic. Substitution table. This substitution table, you are practicing these topics from class 9 to still now. So this one is very common for you, but and easy, very simple. But one most important thing, that when you are learning something, it's important to know the basic, know what is this topic, what is the purpose, what are the benefits, and why we are using this topic for our academic or practical life. So dear learner, in my today's class, I will give you information about substitution table. What is substitution table? What are the benefits and why we use this? At the same time, you will find what type of substitution table you will find your examination. So dear students, at first you have to know the definition of this topic, substitution table. Well, substitution table, if we talk about this, in that case we can say when a teacher like me provides a table by giving model sentences with a range of choices for learners to select from them, and they become puzzled to answer all the questions. They move here and right to left, up to down, to find out the suitable one. This is called actually substitution table. Well, dear students, as you can see that I have written here already, substitution table is laid out in a grid. Yes, you will find a substitution table where you will find 2 or more columns, and there maybe you will find word, phrase, clause or sentences. So in that case, you have to apply your sense. You have to think grammatically. You have to know the vocabulary, the structure pattern, that means sentence pattern. All are very important when you are doing substitution table. Though it seems very easy, but as I told you, that there are different type of topics you need to know. Well, so let's come to the point, and students move from left to right. As I said, left to right, making a selection in each column. As I said, there will be 2 or more columns in a substitution table. And in order to construct a sentence, that means you have to write a meaningful sentence using these things, which is sometimes very puzzling, and it needs a lot of time. So you have to be very conscious when you are using the substitution table. So it's not as easy as we are thinking. So sometimes it's very tricky. It needs effort, and it's also important to know different topics as well. Well, now come to the next point, that is they can be made up of. How? What type of questions, what type of substitution you will find in questions? Well, there are basically 4 types of, as you say, single words, but this is not for you. And next, a mixture of words and phrases. This one is very important for you, and you will find this type of questions in your examination. Well, next one is images. This is not applicable for you, but as I said, it's important when you are learning something, you have to know the basic. Well, last one is a mixture of words and images. So this is how this type of substitution table you will find in your examination. And this is the definition actually that I have already mentioned. Now, why to use this substitution table? Why we use this type of topic in our examination? Is it important for our practical life? Why? Okay, I have also prepared here some I have prepared this answer. Here you can see the purposes. As I said, when we are learning something, we need to know what are the benefits, why we are using this topic. So in that case, you have to know this one. Yes, first one is very important. As you see, enables learners to speak or write. Give emphasis on this topic, this thing. That means correct. Is very important when you are doing substitution table. That means enables learners to speak or write. Speak or write. You can be able to speak or write in grammatically correct sentence. So I hope you understand why this topic is important, why we are learning this topic. Well, next one is provides an opportunity. That means it provides a wide range of opportunity for meaningful communication. Yes, by learning this topic, we can easily communicate. We can be able to think meaningful sentence, meaningful word, phrase. Of course, at the same time, our vocabulary will be enriched. Synonym, antonyms, sentence structure, everything is very important when this topic substitution table we are doing. So this one is not absolutely easy, but we can make it easy by learning all these things. And why and what are the purposes of learning this substitution table? Enhance learners' thinking capability by describing, explaining, and comparing. You will find in substitution table, you will find different type of ideas, like something descriptive. You will find explaining, that means you can explain something. Comparing, you can comparing about the recent topic, or about historical past, habitual fact, different type of topic you will find in a substitution table. So dear learner, dear students, when you are learning these topics, please try to understand and practice a lot this topic. Well, dear students, I hope you understand this topic, substitution table. So we can say easily that when a word, a phrase or clause or a sentence is replaced by a different word or phrases, in order to avoid repeating the previous used word, it is called substitution table. So I hope, dear students, you have understood this topic, and please try to practice all this so that you can obtain a very good marks in the examination. Now let's start to practice substitution table, which will help you to know more about this topic, substitution topic. So dear students, you can see that I have prepared an example for you. And remember, when you are doing a substitution table, there are some requirements as I have already mentioned, but I also want to show you that when you are doing a substitution table, in that case you have to fulfill all the requirements, that you need to know lots of vocabularies. That means you should enhance yourself by vocab. At the same time, you should know lots of synonyms and antonyms. Well, you need to know the sentence structure, how to write a sentence properly, and of course you have to apply your sense, because when you are writing or you are solving this topic, in that case you need to write a meaningful sentence. So dear students, as this one is already prepared, but I want to show you that how to you solve this one. Well, dear students, in this video it's not possible for me to show all this part that I have divided into two parts, though in this table you will find 3 columns, but I have divided into 2 groups. First group I have shown you column A and column B, and second group I have shown you column B and C. Now let's start to practice this one. Well, first one, Facebook is an internet-based social network. So you have to use the part column B, connecting people worldwide, and everybody having internet connection may have access it. You can see, as first I have taken this one from column A, next column B, and after that column C. In that case you have to write a meaningful sentence. Well, you can see at the same time you have to move by sometimes in left, right, up, down to complete this one. Well, number 2, Facebook nowadays contributes much to maintain social and friendly relationship between people living far and near. Number 3, by person wishing to be a Facebook member needs first to have an internet connection and then to sign up with personal detail and secret passwords to ensure privacy and security. Number 4, any person can search their friends as well as near and dear ones online and can send invitation. Number 5 for you, if the invitation is once accepted, they become friends in terms of Facebook and can share everything for each other stored in their Facebook. So dear students, I hope you understand how to solve this topic, substitution table. And remember, when you are doing this one, please fulfill all the requirements for a substitution table that I have mentioned over and over on my lecture. And please send this one to your subject teacher so that he or she can help you to solve this problem. And dear student, that's all for today, and practice a lot. Thank you everyone.